sports. It's in the game.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. On to get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell. And off we go from Soldier Field. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get this to the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw is Williams. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Throwing is Williams. He's got the connection to Moore. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Let's go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To the air, Williams. Caught by Allen. And he will have the Bears first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Back to the running game with Swift. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw, Williams. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Here's Swift. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Boy, Charles, that's a great response drive from the rookie quarterback. Remember, threw the pick on the previous possession. Here, he's able to lead him down and throw it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I know from the draft analysis that this is exactly why this team wanted to take this young man. They thought his ability to bounce back from mistakes and quickly turn them into positives, that was something they wanted on their team, and we just saw evidence of it right there. This young man doesn't let anything get to him, and he finds a way to come back big.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Throwing is Wilson. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 45 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
First carry for Najee Harris. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Williams. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep for more.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Now it's Wilson.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Now Wilson.
This one finds Austin out right.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's Wilson to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give him the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all.
That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Ready, go!
2nd and 13. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bears have tied the ball game with a chance to go ahead now in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. Moore, the man in motion. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 54 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He finds Austin complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2nd down, goal to go. Harris. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Mike Williams from 4 yards out. And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through. And the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Come on, set, go.
He's back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Here we go.
Back to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. That pass complete to Moore.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
A lot of great quarterbacks from USC. Here's another one. The rookie's got a 1st down. This is 1st and 10.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Here's 1st down.
Hey, smash Bronco.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Go.
One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think hope was wearing one jersey and worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.